pack bundles with some more Pokopia info. Today is going to be power, okay? We're talking about power right now because I've been testing some things after I unlocked the wireless transmitter, which you can see here. I'm going to start with the utility pole though. Now, I don't think the utility pole is immediately obsolete because it's a lot more material efficient than transmitters. They cost one Pokemetal each to make, and it's also a lot taller than a transmitter. So if you need to stack vertically, you can do that much quicker, much more efficiently. Now, I think 9 is going to be our limit here. So this would be 6 because they're 3 tall, right? And then we go 7, 8, 9 is the cutoff. And obviously it needs to sit on something above it. You can actually run a wire through dirt as long as you remove the dirt first and then put the dirt back, is something I found. So you can have it go up that high. But honestly, just stacking them is probably a little bit easier. It also makes them easier to uninstall if you ever need to do that. It's also easier to install as well. Now, the main find, okay, is that we can send power a little bit farther than we can send power. And I know you're wondering why I would say something so silly, but I'm going to explain. So we can go, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 blocks away. 17, our connection is severed. So we can go 16 blocks away and be transmitting power. But the interesting thing about that is that power doesn't actually travel 16 blocks. As you can see, we don't have the little orange line signaling that this would be getting power. It only goes 11 blocks. So to count it out live with you, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Once you get to 12, you're not getting any more power. What this suggests to me is that you want to build power grids that are based around where power is actually being delivered, right? To maximize coverage area and redundancy. And this is the same for the wireless transmitters as well. So you can just apply the same things to that. Now, as you'll notice, I've drawn a little dirt map here showing where power is and where power is not. So every time we're on this little dark patch of ground, we're not getting power, and anything inside of it, we're getting power. And it is 11 blocks the farthest in each direction, and it is in a diamond pattern. So, of all the shapes and grids I have tested, what you want to be doing is placing your power transmitters on the 12th block, because that is the first block where you would not get power otherwise, right? And you're going to take one and put one on each corner. I'm going to pick this up in the meantime just to illustrate. So we'll keep coming around here. We're going to put one on each 12. And then when we take a pole or a transmitter, we are connecting to all 4 blocks, right? And what this does is create a 22 by 22 square of coverage overlap, okay, and a much wider coverage area actually in general, because you're going to get some corners where they're not going to be overlapped, so they're not going to be covered by more than one node, but you do get a wide swath of coverage if you just need to power things in general. So when I put this generator down, everything turns on, and we are all good. Now, obviously, this centerpiece is connected to 5 things. This is the most I've gotten any one transmitter to connect to. So there's that as well. It is my recommendation though, however, to power each one of these things individually. Because if you ever need to uninstall the power or something like that, it's going to be a lot more modular in that way. And it also, I believe, will just generate more power total, because each one of these things is going to be feeding off of the other. And then you will see this is still connected to all 5. So yeah, that is pretty much it. That's the power grid. This is how you want to set it up if you want to maximize redundancy and coverage, in my opinion. And if you want to expand the power grid, you just keep building diamonds, right? So as you can see, you just line these corners up here, right? So this is the 12th spot. You can see it lines up here, right? Boom, boom, boom. And then we're going to go ching, and then we just drop a little generator, and now it's all good. And now if I knock any one of these things out, the rest should all be working regardless, right? It's all individually powered, and it's all sending power to each other. And I've got this little Excel sheet illustrating what I was just talking about. Obviously, the single power transmitter on the left is what you see, and then on the right, if you set them up in this little crosshair pattern, you will get a coverage area that looks like this, okay? This is block for block, and the coverage overlap is what's in gold, and the total coverage area is what's in yellow, so that perimeter. And then obviously each black spot is a pole or a transmitter. And that's about it. That's how I think you should be running power. Again, I think you want to be running power individually from a generator to each transmitter for reasons aforementioned. And then you probably want to be hooking this whole thing up, right, to a larger power structure, which you might want to leave in a basement of some kind or something like that. I got a video on excavation. You can check that out here. Thanks for watching.